Did you really offer Tony Yayo millions of dollars to not do Vlad TV interviews?
I didn't want him to do it. He always says some stuff I wouldn't say. Like I don't know why he's doing it. It's not enough involved in it for him to have to say that.
50 got stabbed that day, right? He did get stabbed, right?
Up with that.
Okay.
Jewish is not a race, but we've made it a race because we could
it kind of is.
When you be Ashkenazi, would you be considered Ashkenazi?
I'm an Ashkenazi Jew, and I'm an Ashkenazi Jew, and so I'm on like United in first class, and 50 Cent walks in. I'm like, oh shit, we haven't seen each other in like 10 years. You know, like in the last interview with Yayo, I was like, oh, 50 Cent hates you. We're not going to do interviews anymore until 50 Cent going to pay me millions.
Y'all better stop talking to that Vlad dude. He's a fed. That's 50 Cent's warning to every rapper after DJ Vlad allegedly tried to set up comedian Godfrey. And this is no small thing. 50 is pulling receipts, dropping names, and exposing Vlad's deep connection.
And I guess you and your friend stole something from a store and you tried running from the police?
Yeah, that was the first time, bro. Damn, how the know this shit? What the God damn.
I'm the feds, man. I'm the feds. I know everything.
Yeah, bro.
DJ Vlad built his name interviewing rappers and insiders, presenting himself as the voice of the culture. But behind closed doors, insiders claim Vlad has been working with federal agencies for years, using his platform as a snitch trap to help lock up black artists. And it's not just musicians in the crosshairs. Vlad allegedly tried to set up Godfrey, and when that failed, he went on a smear campaign, bringing in guests.
And he is right there, sitting there, taking photos with Vlad. Damn near have the same shorts on.
Lord Jamar! It's been 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I feel sorry for him, bro, because there was
you gotta sell something.
But the hell no.
Like a soul.
Yeah, you gotta sell. Yeah.
Like, how much is a soul cost?
When the backlash hit, Vlad tried to gaslight the public, but people aren't buying it anymore. And now, 50 Cent is blowing the lid off some very
DJ Vlad. I only bring this up because everybody doesn't know who he is. His name is Vlad, so, it should, hit your mind like this is what a Vlad could look like. But people don't be thinking that. They be like, this is Vlad. And some people know. Maybe you did. But if you didn't know this is what DJ Vlad looked like, this is what he looked like.
According to 50, Vladislav Lyabovny, the Ukrainian-born man you know as DJ Vlad, isn't a DJ, isn't a real journalist, and is a dangerous industry plant. And not only is he allegedly working with the government, he's connected to hidden powers that move above governments. Sounds like a conspiracy, right? Well, 50 says the facts are real, and they're disturbing. He even claims Vlad was so toxic that he offered to pay people to stop doing interviews with him, and was ready to give Tony Yayo millions just to cut Vlad off completely.
Offer Tony Yayo millions of dollars to not do Vlad TV interviews?
I didn't want him to do it. He always says some stuff I wouldn't say. Like I don't know why he's doing it. It's not enough involved in it for him to have to say that.
You be calling him after like, yo, why did you?
I don't know why you're talking about it. Like, what's wrong? You have to stop it, bro.
But 50 didn't stop there. He went straight at Vlad, forcing him to take down a video where Cal Dawson talked about being in the car when 50 was shot back in 2000. The video was titled, Cal Dawson was in the car when 50 Cent got shot 9 times. Cal got shot 2, part 3. When 50 saw it, he posted a screenshot to Instagram with the caption, I want this video taken down now, and stamped the word fraudulent right over Vlad's thumbnail. Whatever the issue was, Vlad must have known he crossed a line, because that video vanished almost instantly. But this wasn't just about an old shooting story. The drama with Godfrey exposed something much darker about Vlad, and it goes back to 2020.
I feel this is coming off the heels of Farrakhan's 4th of July speech. Sure. Where he said, those of you that say you're Jews, I will not give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called. You're Satan. And it's my job now to pull the cover off of Satan. And he went on to say, like, every Muslim, when they see a fake Jew, grab a rock. And this is kind of what I feel is the energy. And a lot of people look up to Farrakhan.
That year, Vlad interviewed D.L. Hughley on his show and brought up Minister Louis Farrakhan. The problem? Vlad deliberately twisted Farrakhan's words, accusing
those of you that say that you are Jews, I will not even give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called. When you know who Satan is, yes, sir. You don't have to kill him. No. the stone of truth. See, that's what you throw. We cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth.
But here's the truth. In that speech, Farrakhan spoke metaphorically, telling people to pick up this stone of truth against so-called Jews who he said were lying about being the true Jews. No physical violence. No literal rock throwing. Just metaphor. When people heard Vlad's version...
That's like me lying on Rush Limbaugh. Let's say Rush Limbaugh. You know Rush. He racist mother. But if I go, Rush Limbaugh said that he wants everybody, all the black people to die. If I lied, I owe him an apology. He didn't say that. Period. He didn't say it. You know what I mean? You can't just be lying. And that's a dangerous thing. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I would rather have the NOI on my side.
Yeah.
I'll take the Nation of Islam any day.
Godfrey didn't just talk, he acted. He posted a video declaring, Vlad TV is canceled. We have to protect our culture from vultures. Then he announced he was joining forces with Lord Jamar, Myson the General, and Royce da 5'9" to boycott Vlad TV. His demand was clear. Vlad needed to apologize for spreading false, damaging...
Lord Jamar, Myson the General, and Royce da 5'9" from Eminem's camp, we've all decided to join forces and just stop doing Vlad TV. If you guys don't know Vlad TV, it's on YouTube. It's an interview show, pretty much an urban interview show, because most of the people he's interviewed for the past 10 years have been all black people. Not too long ago, he made some statements about Minister Farrakhan, which weren't true and were not fair, even if you don't like him. And as a Jewish man, he feels that Farrakhan insults his people. Fine. You can feel the way you want to feel, but lying on people does not work. That's not cool. I don't care who it was. It could have been Maxine Waters. It could have been Al Sharpton's corny. But you lie on somebody and then you get the truth told to you and you end up being looking. You should apologize. Issue an apology. Even big companies that black people all the time issue apologies so they can get that money. You know, we need to stand on code, protect our culture, just like Vlad decided not to apologize. He wants to protect his culture. Okay, so we stood on ours. So we are not going to, we unsubscribe to Vlad. You all should unsubscribe to Vlad. If you're African American, you have some integrity.
Then Godfrey dropped a bomb most people didn't even know. DJ Vlad is married to a black woman, yet still profits off negativity and black trauma for clicks.
No, you can't just, it's everybody, you can date black women and marry them and all of a sudden you can't respect us. No, I'm getting a little tired of that. Getting a little tired of being used monetarily and you. That's any culture protects their culture. If black people say anything bad about any culture, we have to apologize right away, just like Nick Cannon did, right? So I think if you insult us, you should apologize to us. We are not animals. We are not some amusement fucking ride that you can get on when you want to. Well, this ride is derailing. For his decision. No hate.
And that's when things got really messy. Lord Jamar originally stood with Godfrey, blasting Vlad for refusing to apologize to Minister Farrakhan. Both of them had been regular guests on Vlad TV, and Jamar publicly agreed the boycott was the right move. But only Godfrey stood on his word. Jamar? He quietly slid back onto Vlad's platform for interviews and collabs, and even joined Vlad in trashing Godfrey, calling him not solid.
Into Godfrey. So a week or two earlier, and I'm there, my security's with me. So as I see he's coming out, we both stand up. And, he's walking by. I said, "What's up, Godfrey?" And first thing he does is put out his hand and shake my hand. And as I'm shaking his hand, I said, "You and I need to talk." I looked Godfrey in the eyes, as we're shaking hands, and I said, we need to talk. He goes, "Okay." And he runs off real quick.
Never to be seen.
Well, I know somebody that still talks to him, so that person gave me his current phone number. So I texted him and I said, "Yo, this is Vlad. We need to talk." and he never responded.
Hey. Yeah. I can't speak for him.
Well, you and him just had a falling out.
Yeah. I don't even want to get into it, man, because he's, he's just not a solid dude, man. I always had I knew from the minute he said, oh, let's just take a break. And we discussed, we didn't say nothing about no break.
Vlad didn't stop there. He twisted another black man's words, claiming Godfrey had disrespected.
Because I feel like he was the most outspoken. He was the one that was doing interviews saying I should be canceled and talking about my family and stuff like that. So if anyone should have a conversation with me, I think it should be him. But clearly, for whatever reason, he doesn't want to have.
Fans saw through it instantly. The hypocrisy was clear. Lord Jamar calling Godfrey not solid, while he's the one who ran back to Vlad after swearing he never would. That's nasty work. Even worse, Jamar was quick to reach out to Vlad, a white man, to patch things up, but never reached out to Godfrey, who had done nothing to him. The whole thing was ugly to watch. Vlad literally laughing in Jamar's face during their interview, while Jamar nodded along. And the irony? Jamar once claimed Godfrey would be the first one to crawl back to Vlad. Godfrey made sure to remind him of those words and accused Jamar of selling his soul.
And he is right there, sitting there, taking photos with Vlad.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Damn near have the same shorts on.
Lord Jamar! It's been 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I feel sorry
Yeah, he
for him
probably got a
because
bag.
there was
Yeah,
no
you got to
bag.
sell something.
But the hell no.
Like
Yo.
a soul.
Yeah, you got to sell. You got to.
Like, how much does a soul cost?
It goes even deeper. Back when Godfrey was still a guest on Vlad TV, he confronted Vlad to his face and told him outright, "You don't like black people."
Why?
Because Vlad once complained that the U.S. would go bankrupt if it paid black people reparations. Godfrey shut that down immediately, pointing out that America has no problem spending trillions on defense.
What I'm saying is
tens of millions of people, of black people.
Black people
Okay.
who would get that.
Yeah.
It would bankrupt the whole country.
It would bankrupt the whole country. But for the people that built the country to make you the money.
Yeah.
You understand? You know, all of a sudden now you worried about being bankrupt when you spend trillions of dollars on defense, trillions of dollars on unnecessary, trillions of dollars to send black men, especially to jail, trillions of dollars to up our whole country, trillions of dollars to food up, the air up, the water up, trillions of dollars to to make people sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker in this country. But you mad? We don't have the money because, and this is what I think, and this is what I believe, you just don't like black people. Plain and mother simple. You do not.
So now you see why 50 Cent is ready to put millions on the table just to keep his people from talking to Vlad. It's not only the disrespect toward black people, it's the fact Vlad allegedly has deep ties to the feds and is actively helping them hit their arrest quotas on black men. For years, rappers thought Vlad TV was just another interview. Then they'd sit down and get blindsided with hyper-specific questions, so specific it felt like Vlad had the case file sitting in front of him. He'd bring up old charges, street situations, names never reported in the media, stuff he had no business knowing unless he was tapped in with law enforcement. Like that time he somehow knew Lil Baby got into a fight with a white dude in prison, something Baby never told anyone.
Okay, you got into a fight with a white dude.
Exactly.
Was it like a racist thing? Was it like whites and blacks kind of clicked up in there?
How you know that?
Well, that's just how prison is most times.
I'm telling you, how you know I got into it with a white dude, though?
And then came the classic Fed tactic. Vlad said to Baby, "I think you said it." That's a psychological move, to make you question yourself instead of questioning the question. Rappers like Lil Woody caught on fast. Woody flat out said he believes Vlad is 100% working with a...
And they go out. They tell her, like, yeah, something ain't right. So I'm like, cool. As soon as I get there, I shake Vlad's hand, something ain't right. When I sat down and started talking to Vlad, Vlad knew how to ask questions the same way the police did. Like my whole childhood, I watched cops. I watch how the police
First 48.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I know their strategy. And then when Vlad asked me a certain question and I lied to him, I saw the look in his eyes. I thought he got mad. I said, oh, this a lot. It was over here for him. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, he the police. There's no nothing, nobody.
And it's not just rappers. Remember when Agent Vlad tried to get Mike Tyson to open up about his street affiliates?
The go-between between like Puffy and all the Southside Crips.
Maybe.
You know, what is it? You know, here you are, this multimillionaire, and, you know, it seems like you've always been attracted to the guys that are still in the streets to a certain degree. Do you think that's a fair statement?
You think I'm attracted to them?
Well, not attracted to them, but I mean, you like having them around. You're friends with them and you
You think I
maintain
like
this.
having them around?
I'm just asking.
You think I'm friends? What do you think? You think I like having them around?
You just spoke nicely about Zip, so I just
Yeah, you know who these guys are? When you talk, what do you say about me? I'm this big, whatever I am, right? But know who those guys are? Those are the guys that when I'm, whoever I am is a nobody. I'm here, those are the guys that live in the same building with me. That gives my mother salt or sugar if they need, or milk.
Or when Vlad tried to get a black woman fired from Princeton University. Here's how it went down. Vlad inserted himself into the Kendrick versus Drake beef and threw shade at Kendrick's diss track Not Like Us, saying it needed a better mix. Princeton professor Morgan Jerkins clapped back. You are white. This is a black folk affair. Vlad instantly tagged Princeton, writing, so a professor at Princeton thinks a white person shouldn't have an opinion about hip-hop? Is that how you treat your students? When Jerkins clarified that this particular conversation should center black voices, Vlad doubled down. Don't try to change your words now. I'll be reaching out to Princeton about this on Monday. Yes, he literally threatened to snitch to her employer over a tweet. And this is the same Vlad who just last month called Nicki Minaj Snitchy Minaj on X after she criticized Roc Nation. The replies torched him. One person wrote, you literally bring rappers on your platform because you're an informant. This isn't the game you want to play. Another dug up his past, reminding him how he ran to the feds after Rick Ross had someone jump him, adding, stay out of black folks' business before we call Ross. But here's the wildest part. Insiders say Vlad's next target is none other than 50 Cent. They claim he's plotting to trap 50 in some kind of legal mess or spark a public feud to take him down. Why? Because Vlad isn't just doing interviews. He's a puppet for the shadow power players who control the industry. And if he really thinks he can come for 50 and walk away clean, he's about to learn what a real storm looks like.